In 2008, a teenager in Thailand robbed and murdered a taxi driver. When police asked why he said he wanted money to buy GTA 4, within weeks, the Thai government banned the entire Grand Theft Auto franchise. Every game, every future release, permanently. That ban is still in effect today. And that wasn't the first time, and it won't be the last. Because GTA 6 just confirmed features that make every previous controversy look like a noise complaint. Here's what most people assume about GTA 6 and censorship. They think Rockstar is too big, too profitable, and too embedded in mainstream culture for any government to seriously threaten the game. And in most markets, they're probably right. But here's what that assumption misses. Rockstar has been banned, restricted, cut, and censored dozens of times across dozens of countries for content significantly less provocative than what GTA 6 has already confirmed. Australia banned GTA 3, Germany banned 4 separate GTA titles, over 50 countries blocked a GTA Online casino update in 2019 alone. This isn't a fringe concern, it's a documented pattern. And GTA 6 is walking directly into it with features that didn't exist when any of those bans happened. And when we get to the specific GTA 6 feature that intersects directly with legislation Australia passed in December 2024, a law that has nothing to do with gaming on the surface, that's the connection that makes this genuinely serious, because sometimes the most dangerous regulatory threat isn't the one aimed at you. Let's go through the history first, because you need to understand how this works before we get to what's coming. Let's establish something clearly before we get to GTA 6. Because some people genuinely don't know how many times Rockstar has lost this fight. Australia. GTA 3 was denied classification in 2001, effectively banned because it allowed players to solicit and then workers. It was pulled from shelves and only reinstated after cuts. GTA San Andreas was removed from Australian stores after the discovery of a hidden minigame. GTA 5 was refused classification in 2014 for depicting violence, only reinstated after a formal appeal process. Germany. 4 GTA titles, Vice City Stories, Liberty City Stories, and San Andreas were all banned for what German regulators described as high-impact gory violence. Those bans lasted years. They were only lifted in 2012. Thailand. The complete franchise ban, triggered by the 2008 taxi murder case, remains the most absolute response any government has given the series. Not one title, the entire franchise, permanently. 2019. The casino update. When GTA Online added the Diamond Casino with poker, horse racing, and slot machines over 50 countries, blocked the update entirely. Venezuela, Pakistan, South Africa, Argentina, Greece, most of the Middle East. The gambling mechanic alone was enough for more than 50 national governments to act. That's not fringe censorship. That's a coordinated global regulatory response to a specific feature. Now GTA 6 has confirmed several features that map directly onto each of those historical triggers, one by one. Before we get to the specific features, there's something you need to understand about where we are in 2026 that makes this conversation different from every previous GTA release. The regulatory environment around digital content, social media, and online platforms is the most aggressive it has ever been. In late 2024, Australia passed a world-first law banning minors from social media platforms entirely. TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, all restricted for anyone under 16. The same government that passed that law is the same classification board that has banned multiple GTA titles before. The Australian Classification Board updated its guidelines specifically around loot boxes and simulated gambling in games tightening, the exact category that got GTA Online blocked in 2019. In 2025 alone, the board issued 963 refused classification decisions under their automated system, a record. The regulatory machinery is more active, more aggressive, and more politically supported than it was when GTA 5 launched in 2013. Rockstar isn't launching GTA 6 into a permissive environment. They're launching into the most restrictive classification climate in the franchise's history. And the features they've confirmed are the most provocative the series has ever shipped with. GTA 6's NPCs can pull out their phones, film crimes as they happen, and post the footage to an in-game social media platform where events trend in real time and law enforcement responds to public awareness. This is the feature most likely to draw regulatory attention, and here's why. Australia just passed legislation making social media platforms legally responsible for content that harms minors. The law defines social media broadly platforms that allow users to post content and interact socially. My theory is that GTA 6's in-game social media system isn't a real platform, and almost certainly falls outside that legislation. But here's the problem. It doesn't matter whether the law technically applies. What matters is whether a politician points to it. And a game that simulates crime going viral on social media media with a photorealistic graphics engine is exactly the kind of content that ends up in a parliamentary question. Australia's classification board has refused classification for content significantly less provocative, a confirmed feature that literally gamifies the virality of violent crime inside a world aimed at the same 18 to 30 demographic at the center of the social media regulation debate is not something Rockstar's legal team is ignoring. They didn't ignore it in 2001 with GTA 3. They didn't ignore it in 2008 with San Andreas. The question isn't whether this gets scrutinized, it's how much. The social media system isn't the only confirmed GTA 6 feature with documented regulatory precedent. There are two more. Feature 2, the economy and gambling systems. GTA 6 includes a dynamic economy with property investment, criminal enterprise income, and a confirmed in-game financial system. What remains unconfirmed but strongly reported is whether that system includes casino or betting mechanics similar to GTA Online's Diamond Casino. That single casino update in 2019 triggered bans in over 50 countries. My theory is that if GTA 6 Online includes casino mechanics, and given GTA Online's revenue history with that update, the financial incentive to include them is enormous. The same 50-plus country regulatory response is almost guaranteed. The only question is whether Rockstar geo-blocks those features proactively this time, or waits for the bans. Australia specifically updated its classification guidelines in 2025 to address simulated gambling in games. That update didn't exist when the Diamond Casino launched. It exists now, specifically for this. So here is the real picture. 3 layers of documented risk that GTA 6 is walking into simultaneously. First, the historical pattern is undeniable. Every major feature category GTA 6 has confirmed social content systems, financial mechanics, photorealistic violence has a direct documented precedent in the franchise's ban history. Australia, Germany, Thailand, 50-plus countries for a casino update alone. Rockstar has never launched a GTA title without triggering at least one significant regulatory response. GTA 6 is the most ambitious and most provocative entry they've ever built. The idea that it breaks that pattern requires significant evidence, and there isn't any. Second, the regulatory environment in 2026 is the most hostile it has ever been. Australia passed world-first social media legislation in December 2024, updated classification guidelines, specifically targeting simulated gambling in 2025. Germany's USK board has a documented history of blocking GTA content for violence thresholds lower than what GTA 6's confirmed physics and injury systems will deliver. The classification boards that banned previous GTA titles haven't become more permissive. They've become more active, better funded, and more politically supported. And third, the most likely outcome isn't a global ban, it's something more disruptive. A regional ban in 1 or 2 markets is manageable. What's more dangerous for players is a feature-by-feature regulatory response, where specific mechanics get geo-blocked or cut from certain regional versions of the game. That's exactly what happened with the Diamond Casino. Players in 50-plus countries didn't get the update, not a full ban. A specific feature removed by region. GTA 6 Online could face the same outcome, where the economy system, the casino mechanics, or elements of the social media feature are available in some countries and cut in others, and you won't know until after launch. Every major GTA ban in Western markets has eventually been overturned or worked around. GTA 3 came back in Australia. Germany lifted its bans in 2012. Rockstar has navigated 30 years of controversy with more success than failure. GTA 6 is the most anticipated game in history. The economic and cultural weight of that means governments face genuine pushback when they restrict it. Banning GTA 6 entirely in a major Western market would be a significant political decision, not just a regulatory one. And Rockstar has had 12 years since GTA 5 to study every ban, every regulation, and every political pressure point. Their legal team is not walking into this blind. My prediction is that Rockstar will proactively geo-block the highest risk features in the highest risk markets before launch, specifically to avoid the kind of political controversy that damages the global release. The question is which features and which markets, and we won't know the answer to that until November 19th. GTA 6 is not too big to ban. It has never been too big to ban. Thailand proved that in 2008, and the ban still stands today. What's changed is the scale of the game and the scale of the regulatory environment it's launching into simultaneously. The social media system, the economy mechanics, the photorealistic violence engine. Every one of those has a direct documented precedent in the history of governments acting against this franchise. Rockstar will navigate it, they always do, but navigate doesn't mean unaffected. It means some players in some countries will boot up GTA 6 on November 19th and find a different version of the game than the one you're watching trailers for right now. And if history is any guide, you won't find out which version you're getting until it's already happened. Which feature do you think is most likely to get cut or banned in your region? The social media crime system, the economy and casino mechanics, or something else entirely? And if your country has a history with GTA bans, drop that below too. Because this conversation is global, and the answer is different depending on where you're watching from.